Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to the home of the Ohio State Buckeyes, Columbus, Ohio, and the old horseshoe on the banks of the Olentangy. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the Oklahoma Sooners, taking on the 15th ranked team in the land, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollock, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. And the Buckeyes will kick it away to start us off. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Hands it off. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
I love when defensive backs come up, and they are physical, and they stick their face in the fan, and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. And with the interception, they'll take it all the way back. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
You always want to come out and set the tone as a defense. Get a stop, make a punt. How about this? Get the INT and take it back to the house. Way to set the tone for this defense here.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Slithers into space. This guy makes you hold your breath when he gets the football in his hands, and that last line of the coverage team, the only thing that stopped him from housing it. So here comes the Oklahoma offense. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. And how about this Buckeye defense? This is not all flash and score around here these days.
And when you've seen Ohio State really be great and make those playoff runs, you always pick out those big defensive linemen that can get their hands on the quarterback and get him on the ground like they did right here.
Going to swing it on second down. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him.
And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
This is not the start this guy envisioned in this game. He's already thrown a pick six here in the first quarter, and now he takes a sack. You got to wonder if that pick six rattled him a little bit. And if he's out here now seeing ghosts, he's got to get to the sidelines. He's got to shake the cobwebs off. He's got to be able to turn the page and have a short memory, because this thing is going in the wrong direction for their signal call.
Might be calling a hot route. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Grabbed behind the line. It's Rodgers. Gets it out to the 38-yard line after picking up 10 on that one.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. Did a nice job of it.
Looking to throw on first down. He wants to take the top off. Catch and stride inside the 15. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Ohio State. That touchdown grabbed the 25th of his career.
Not surprising either. When you've got this guy's ability at that position, quarterbacks are going to be looking for you. 25 touchdown catches, that's an impressive feat.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys that have been so big time. Big time moments, clutch plays, makes those contested catches. He's a guy that can do everything, and that's why he's putting up such great stats.
Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Here's the handoff. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for them running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes. Nowhere to go.
Hang on, Swoopy. The Buckeye crowd alive on third down. Caught in the backfield. It's Gibson. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
It's early in the game, and as offenses try to get their rhythm, these easy completions are very important because that's what helps you get your feet underneath you as an offense and as a unit. And hopefully, as this game goes on, they'll be able to rev up and get more aggressive taking shots.
They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. A great Oklahoma running attack will bring a tear to the Boomer Sooner Nation eye, thinking of guys like Billy Sims.
And where it all started was always the ground game and the toughness, and you never question that. In Oklahoma, they got to get to that. They got to be that. They got to live that. If they really want to build on what they used to be and bring that tradition and build some of that tradition in the SEC.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the end route there.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Off play action. Fires to the wideout. On target to the left. Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one in this offense within striking distance.
You can tell this quarterback and these wide receivers are on the same page. Quick read, quick throw, quick success.
Looking to throw on first down. Right on the money. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. The Sooners want to pick up the tempo.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
They'll move the wide receiver. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the deep.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma. And the offense finds a way to cut into this lead, but they still have plenty of work to do.
They do, but that's a big score. You don't want to get late and start getting in the second half where you're fighting to come back by so many points. So great job getting points, get that momentum back on your side so you can come out and do some good things when you get the ball next time.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Coming out with it, it's Hilton. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Handoff to the lone back. And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this first quarter. We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. The give on the option. He was looking for some place to put his foot in the ground, but the defense was everywhere, and he's knocked down behind the line.
And that's what makes this defense so difficult to run against. They've got guys up front that just push offensive linemen backwards. They basically push the blockers right into the lap of that running back.
Now the play fake. Looking for a deep man. Catch inside the 25. A huge play there as he has it inside the 20 at the 19.
I love when you back the defense off. If you want to get aggressive, I'll take shots down the field, make the defense play more conservative, and now what? Now you're in the...
Breaks into the open. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
Really good decision-making by the quarterback. Don't get greedy. Yes, I can make reads, and I can pull it, and I can throw it all the yard. If I can take 10-plus yards and continue to do that and continue to be smart with my decision-making, this offense is going to be very difficult to stop.
Really nice job of awareness on first down that time by the defender. He sees it thrown, he's able to knock it down for the incompletion.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Now listen, the defense won that play. As an offense here, the key, David, you can't go back-to-back negative plays. You got to be smart with the football here. Looks like you're going to have to throw it. You just can't force it. You got to make sure you're playing with that clock in your head. You can't take a sack.
And I think this is a situation where I spread you out. I get more speed on the field. I make the defense declare. I see what they're in, but I'm definitely throwing the football.
Oh, and he dropped it. He had a touchdown right in his hands and couldn't hang on. It'll be 4th down. Splits the uprights right down the middle. And they'll push that lead down a little further. So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. That deficit has now grown to double digits, down 17-7 as they start this drive. Grabbed in the backfield. It's McGee. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him.
That cornerback putting his face in the fan. I love it. Coming up quickly, making a tackle in space.
And the Sooners have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Back to pass. Makes the grab. It's Green. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup.
And a really nice job on the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. I'm not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You can tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
The Horseshoe is rocking, trying to help their defense on 3rd down. Quarterback will keep it. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. It is loud in here as they try to help him get a stop on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Catches it past the sticks and still on his feet. And not much of a 4th down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense. The Sooners have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Looking deep down the right side. And it falls incomplete, but that could have been disastrous. A defender was right there.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time, being in position and making sure that thing fell incomplete.
Whistle blows. We are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. The Sooners are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Out of the gun, the running back has it. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line.
Well, the running back did a nice job there, keeping his feet moving. He was able to drag some defenders with him to get that first down.
And the Sooners back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. To the air on 1st down. Makes the catch. It's Gibson. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down.
Like QBs, when you see zone coverage, man, can you manipulate defense when you have a good pocket and you've got time to throw. You had a little bit of time to throw. You can move guys with your eyes. That drag comes wide open. Good throw, good catch, first down.
Looking downfield on first down. Moving out of the pocket. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
I like the offensive idea here to try to change the launch point of the QB, but you've got to do a better job protecting him because guys can't complete passes when they're getting hit.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
All right, you got to be careful here if you're the quarterback, right? Back-to-back incompletions. You got a nice drive. You're still in field goal range, though. Think about this. You cannot take a sack. That has got to be what the play caller is reminding his quarterback about in the headsets right now. If it's not...
And the ball is loose and live in the backfield. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way.
Well, defenses get excited when they see the quarterback in an empty backfield like that. They know, hey, I'm not going to have to beat a running back or a tight end to get there. If I get to him, I might have an opportunity to knock this thing loose, and that's exactly what happened for the defense.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. Snags it, and he will score. Touchdown, Buckeyes. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
He's forced out of bounds at his own 19-yard line. An excellent job of coverage on that one. Time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Wide receiver going in motion. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Offense in a bunch formation. Snapped it in the shotgun. Oh, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. What a grab along the left sideline. Got the foot down in a strong throw. Put it right on the money.
And that is such an accurate throw. It's one thing to do it from the pocket when you have your feet set underneath you, but when you can get outside, off schedule, on the move, and throw a dart like that, that is just big time, and the offense gets a huge explosive play.
Wants to throw on first down. Fires to the big fella. Crosses the 35. Out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play. Spotted at the 32. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Use the play fake. Now to throw. And the defense forced that incompletion with the deflection.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone. They did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open. And that's why that one fell incomplete.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Defense looks like they're about to bring the house. On second down, he'll try to make the connection. catch in the middle. It's Williams. They almost got a first down there. Stopped the yard short. It'll be third down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Sooners are at the line looking to convert on third and short. They turn to the passing game on third and short. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up.
Yeah, and third and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
On fourth down, they could boot the field goal, but looks as if they'll go for it. On fourth down, they'll pass for it. Pocket breaking down. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Bounced right back to them. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work.
Good awareness by the offense. You never want to see the ball on the ground, but a nice job understanding just kind of jump on it, make sure you keep possession.
Starts a drive, trying to go up top. Makes the catch. Still on his feet at the 45. Gets it inside the 40, brought down at the 39, and they can't stop the clock. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. Now they've moved it just inside the 40. First and 10 from the 39. He wants to change this route. Looking to throw on first down. Quickly complete. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half.
And you got to love the versatility of the big fella. You can put him in the box and let him block big defensive linemen, or you put him in the slot and you throw him the football and have success.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Looking downfield very late in the half. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
Well, there was something the quarterback liked in the pre-snap there, thinking his primary target was going to have a favorable matchup, but the defense did a nice job disguising that look. They got more bodies over to him and forced the incompletion.
Third and short here from the 35. Might take a shot here if this is 4-down territory. Going to take a shot at this DB. He's got it. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. They'll try to pound their way in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Ohio State.
And I love this offense, man. Staying aggressive. Just because you got the lead, you know people can score points in bunches. This offense keeps the foot on the accelerator, scores again on the final play. Now this offense has even more of a cushion going into halftime.
And they tacked on the extra point. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Sooners will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. And he'll bring it back. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Not sure they had to make many adjustments at halftime as they try to build on this lead here in the third. First play from scrimmage, and they'll keep it on the ground. Just enough there to get it to the 25, a pickup of 2.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read. Read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
To the air on second down. He'll take a deep shot here. Grabs it at the 25 in stride. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Buckeyes! If this dude were a kitchen knife, he would be slicing tomatoes so thin your in-laws would never come back to your house.
Well, that'd be a good thing. I don't know if I want my in-laws to come back anyways, but he's been on fire. He's been absolutely torching this defense. They've had absolutely no answers for him.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. They moved the football well in the last drive, but man, that fourth down and failing to convert there has to sting. He gets nothing, and they keep plowing ahead with the running game, and they've got very little to show for it. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. Lofts one deep down the right side. Pulls in the deep ball. They make the stop, but a big pickup thanks to the big arm from this senior quarterback. And the Sooners want to move quickly.
Well, if they're going to get back in this game, they need more plays like that. That was something that was missing in the first half. Explosive plays in the passing game, and they get one here, trailing early in the third quarter. Let's see if these receivers can make more plays like that as this game goes on.
He works his way to the 23 before he goes out of bounds.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
From the gun, the running back has it. Turn. Got enough space. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Sooner.
Man, these ball carriers, they've got a lot of ability in the open field. Their ability to make people miss, but also show off the speed. You saw all of that on that play.
And they did tack on the extra point. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll return it. Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They still have the lead, but a productive drive here would keep it a comfortable lead. Looking to throw on first down. With the catch, it's Shelton. And that stiff arm he's got might as well be a sledgehammer. He's got it out to the 16. The Buckeyes with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. The sure hands, it's Bell. Across the 30, out of bounds at the 31-yard line, and they kick-started this drive with that one. Man coverage is a bad idea against this guy. The Buckeyes always seem to have somebody that you can't handle one-on-one. Remember that great game Joey Galloway had against Michigan State in '93?
Joey Galloway, one of the most overrated Ohio State receivers that I've ever seen, and personally ever worked with. But no, just speed, just big guys, great offensive, designed around guys that are game breakers out wide that really stretch the heck out of your defense.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. On the run, it's Rodgers. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
Well, you got to give the defense credit. They knew a big key in this one was slowing this dude down, especially after how well he played the last time out. They have been swarming him. They have been...
He lobs one high down the left side. Got it! And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State! And with the way he's throwing it right now, there are some big names at the top of that record list. J.T. Barrett, Dwayne Haskins, Justin Fields might be getting ready to move them down a notch.
And moving those guys down, that's a day. That's the day you dream about. That's the day where the ball's barely touching the ground, you're in a zone, and everything is going your way.
Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got it picked off. What a play to set him up.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
He might want another play. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Dumps it to the back. That's caught. It's Rodgers. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down.
A lot of smiles right now in this offense. They've got a big lead, and they're just having fun out there. They're still throwing the football. These receivers are still getting open. Pass protection is still great. This quarterback's thinking to himself, man, I'm going to be padding my stats here in the second half of this game because everything we're dialing up is working.
Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be first and goal.
There are a lot of offenses out there that would probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the third quarter. But when you've got the playmakers these guys have at the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep airing it out. And that's exactly what...
And the ball is free on the pitch. The 50. He's inside the 40. The 20. Touchdown, Oklahoma. This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone.
And how about the defense just straight flipping the script? They got a goal-to-go situation, just trying not to give up a touchdown. You want to give up a field goal, not only do they make a big play, they scoop up the fumble, they take it all the way to the house, and they get a touchdown.
No backs with the quarterback as they line up for the 2. He's looking to throw. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
2-point plays, the windows are very small to throw into. That time, he just tried to force it into a tiny window. It ended up being picked, and the offense comes away with no points.
Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Give to the running back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the second half.
And you gotta love this defensive performance so far. Done such a good job against the running back that you saw last week, man. He can go off. He can make big plays. He can chew some yardage up and keep an offense on schedule. Nice job by this defense locking in and shutting down the run game so far.
And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first.
Ooh, and that's a nice sigh of relief for the defense too, right? There was a broken tackle. The guy made it look like he was going to pick up the first, but because of great effort defensively, they were able to get the stop, and now they're setting up fourth down.
Making side adjustments here. On fourth down, trying to find his man. He's got it, first down and more. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. No question they wanted to get the ball to their playmakers, and both receivers have come up big through 3. So first down will open up the final period. Wants to go up top on first down. Wide open downfield. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown. 2-1.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me or I should get concerned, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
The Sooner offense returns to the field. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8, they'll run play action. He'll get rid of it. Caught on the outside, it's Gibson. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42, and now this offense is clicking. They'll snap this one from the 42. It's 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires downfield. Intercepted, big play, stops the drive. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Unloads to the wideout. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on 1st down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
Pressure coming. That one comes out hot down the right side. And he is marked out of bounds after another big gain. This aerial attack has had no problem moving the ball with chunk plays. They're down to the 20, 1st and 10. Quarterback may change this route. To the air on 1st down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Using the back as a receiver on the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
When they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field, you saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though, how quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
They've moved it to the 25, but now facing a 3rd and long. He wants to throw it again. Looking left. It's complete. And they will score. Touchdown, Ohio State. That one puts them in really good shape to get back on the right track and get another W.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the O.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here comes the Oklahoma offense. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week.
And it's been a struggle for the run game for this offense. Man, this is something they hang their hat on. You saw last week, you saw the highlights, and just give it to the running back. Let him do his thing. Haven't been able to get him going. I don't know what's going on, but they got to find a way to get their talented back some space so he can make some.
And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
And when I got a stud quarterback like they do, I'm going to protect him. I'm going to make sure that I keep him upright because he can do some serious damage. But this defense applying pressure and applying the hammer in this football game.
The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop him right here. Quick pass on the jet motion. Oh, he's got some space. Out of bounds at the 18, and that is just what they needed to get it away from their own end zone.
Well, in that down and distance, you're probably expecting them to throw it way down the field to get the first. Instead, they go push pass, and they did catch the defense off guard. And even though that was a big explosive play, David, they still didn't have enough yards to get it.
Well, and catch me off guard is relative. That's what you would say, the offensive player. I would say, listen, we're playing a little bit deeper because we're not going to give up the first down. We react to the short stuff, and obviously that's a quick, easy pass from the offense. Rally up, make the play, live to fight another down.
The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Holds and fires complete to the right. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just added their total.
Points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
Here's the return from inside his 10. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Snagged in the middle. It's Washington. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. The Sooners want to crank the tempo.
So surprised we have not been calling this guy's name more. He's one of the best tight ends in the country, but
Sprinting away. He just brought some serious energy, making that huge play and getting it all the way down to the 23-yard line. Now let's see if they can follow up that huge play. 1st and 10 from the 23. Looking downfield on 1st down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Got his man on the right. Headed to the end zone. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Trying to pound their way in. And they just tried to slam it in from the doorstep, but they went nowhere, and it'll be marked down at the 1.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Gets it out fast. I'm sorry, you're unlikely to win today, but here's a fabulous parting gift. A late touchdown.
And this has been a rough day for this offense, and finally, some good things to happen. Build some momentum maybe for the future. You know, that's the way the coaches spin it when you're getting beat up and you're getting destroyed. Like, listen, let's find something for the future. Let's keep fighting. Let's keep working. This team's done that, put some points on the board, so it's not all bad.
He's got the 2-point conversion, but that deficit is still huge. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Hilton. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Off the play fake on first down. Throws to the wideout. He's open on the right. They corral him out of bounds. Mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going.
How impressive has this guy been throwing the ball today, especially after the game he had last week throwing 3 interceptions? He turned the page. He got himself focused for this game, and he's been making outstanding decisions all day long.
You open a drive like that, and you've got some operating room. It's first down from the 38. They'll leave it with him. Can't get him to the ground. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
And I'll tell you what, it's really nice at this point in the game if you can lean on your run game. When you have the lead, you've got the football late in the game, you can chew that clock and start to really make that defense have a little bit of panic.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. He'll take a shot. He's got it in the end zone for another touchdown, and this is a full-fledged beatdown.
And they just keep piling on the points. We've seen in big moments in this game, they have been able to step up and deliver, particularly on offense. Very impressive performance.
On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
You just got to wonder how frustrated this guy is, especially after the success he had their last game out, but just nothing going in this one. He has not been able to get himself into a rhythm.